Hello. There we go. Okay. Geez, I am not used to people showing up so fast. Hi, everyone. Spooks, Joe. Hi. I'm doing well, thank you. Both of you. I'm actually very glad to be back again and chilling and playing this game. I really am. Why did the volume was low? I forgot that I lowered it for a thing I was... Oh no, it's in the volume mixer. I got the game. There we go, now I got the game. Okay, there we go. I'm doing very well. The back support's working well enough. It's cool to have people pop in right at the beginning. For once, it's a nice change of pace. How are each of you doing? Give me some of that. First step is to become two-dimensional. ASMR vibes. I'm glad to have one. I wouldn't mind leaning into the ASMR angle, I suppose. I would just need a an actually good mic.
Good luck out there.
Oh, that'll do it. Honestly, cleaning your room before going to bed, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Frankly, I need to take care about him before going to bed. I don't think you sleep in those. Oh my god, average news, so many people here. What are the odds? What up? I probably have everything I need. How many Reese's are in a pack? Let's be honest, on this channel there is no such thing as on topic. You have no clue. I think that assuming you've not eaten a lot recently, I think they could be put down in like a minute. Or I'm outing myself as a horrific glutton. But for the time being, I stand by my 1 minute measurement. Bird. I'm actually typically a slow eater, but with desserts it like changes. And I didn't know once until there's one of those stories I can tell a million times, and I realize how often I've told it. We're sitting there in high school, like eating. I'll let him know. We're just sitting there in high school. I don't remember how I got a cupcake, but I was eating it. And one of my other friends, she just looked at me with like this shocked expression akin to horror, and I'm like, what? And she's like, you swallowed that thing whole. So I guess with desserts I just put them away. Is he really loud? I can't tell if he's really loud. I'm assuming his volume's the game's volume's decent. Cake? Where? I wish. I shouldn't say that actually. I had a bunch of I had plenty of sugar after dinner today. I realistically speaking, I met my sugar quota for today and then some. But I'm a skeletal glutton, so I can get away with it. Ow. The birthday celebrate. Well, whenever we get around to Chaotic's custom Mega Man level, that's technically it's not gonna be on or death. Well, we'll have both because it won't be on Chaotic's birthday. But the custom Mega Man level he is making is in celebration of his birthday, and I'll be dying a lot in it. So we will have both. Look forward to that. Sacrificing something? In a way. My willpower. That didn't work at all, but it's fine. I'm actually so curious to see what that custom level's like gonna be. Ow. Do I have any? I mean, if I have any, I'll be a pleasant surprise. I feel like if I did, it was out the door a while ago, you know? Gotta do what I gotta do. I am not. Oh, nice. I would say aura is not why you would come to this channel. I don't think. It's on the way. Gotcha. I am wondering what the... I need to look into the legends and list the Mega Man plan after all that. Hi. Thankfully this dude's weak to them. It's always has to take all the weapon weaknesses told on. Ow. Come on! Some more. Greatly appreciated, Spooks. Aura donations are very welcome. And also, probably the only kind of donation I can take is not affiliate.
Oh no, you don't. Go.
But hey, support is support.
It is new.
We'll trade aura for back support. Legally binding trade. Thank you. Yeah. My spine won't hurt. Oh. It's so fascinating, like people are probably like, in a certain way, it's a thing that a lot of people, oh no, it's a thing that a lot of people like find attractive and like look for, but also it's like, is emblematic of a lot of like frustrations.
Here it comes.
It's like Chinese foot binding, but on accident instead of like literally the point. Move like I feel like feel like we haven't people haven't sat down and really thought about how crazy the foot binding thing was, like how out of pocket that was. Or like the wobbling was cute. Which I guess, to be fair, there's the world of clumsiness being cute, like, is a real thing. But my tiny feet break them. No, literally, like, for something interesting, like the idea of, like, you're now imposing the clumsy onto them. Which is just like a weird roundabout way of saying injury? You know? Saying injury with extra steps? I mean, then again, people... I already have my condolences. I mean, to be fair, though, from what I've heard about things like romance books and stuff, what qualifies as cute and romantic can be insane, depending on your perspective. Ow! It can be insane, depending on your perspective. Like, there's a book where... my ribs against a sharp corner. Is that what I need to do next to get more attractive? I gotta do what I gotta do. If that's what the people want, we'll look into it. What happened in the book? Like, I think it's a light one. What's he doing now? Granted, what I'm describing is very different from the relatively tame world of tumbling over, but like, what'd the guy do? The guy saw that, so the girl was injured, and then she got the wound stitched shut. And then the main guy was like jealous, so I'm gonna reopen that wound and seal it myself so that, you know, to satiate my jealousy, which is firmly into the psychotic category. I can't judge on the weak peasant thing. I'm a frail creature myself. Here. There we go. I mean, I guess to be fair, I think I have things that people would do to me that are psychotic, but I'd be like, no, I can do it. I guess everyone's gotta have something. What? No, get out! There we go. Do I want to ride all the way over? Getting folded like a lawn chair by a random Amish person. What is the Amish dating scene? What does that look like? How big is the Amish gene pool given the nature of how they operate? Flashing your ankles! I mean, it's just... I mean, they probably have to do the classic, like, actual cheesy pickup lines and, like, ordering drinks for, like, something like, you know, like, surprise, I'm running ahead of you and paying for this for you or something. You know, they have to go like full classic. Well, let me get the door for you, Tom. To look back in time.
We've almost got it!
Where is bro going? He's going downstairs.
Giddy up!
We'll have 12 children and not even with me. Wouldn't it be churn butter for me? Which I don't think is better, by the way. Hello there, my robust damsel. Would you like to pop out more kids than a bunny on Valentine's Day? Go make me some bread. Yeah, woman, show me how they make the cheese. Which isn't a dirty euphemism, that's literal, which is almost worse. Get out of the corridor. Oh, I'm in the corridor, actually. Also, you can't get Hocus Cat. It's got out of traffic. It's dead.
Awesome! Here comes the messy
Would
part.
cheating be really easy in Amish society? No, because it's too close to too small of a community. Everyone knows where you are all the time. Then again, I guess that I'll never file your pantry as free child labor. You know, until you said free child labor, there are people who would feel like you were really spitting fire with what you were doing there. There are some people who... Granted, I'm assuming it's more of a fantasy that they enjoy more than something they actually seek out. But Loki, until the last step, depending on who you ask, you were kind of spitting. You know what? As long as they're safe about it, we ain't gotta judge them for it.
Piece of cake!
Allowed. In your head, you can judge them all you want. Go for it. Because it do be kind of crazy. Or do your laundry in the river, witch. Yeah, I definitely deserve a gem. I don't know why do your laundry in the river tickles me. Yeah, go bathe in the river, harlot. Well, I mean, honestly, is river that much worse than just, or that much different, I'll say, than just dropping the bucket on your head and all that? Dude, I don't know how to feel about that. Oh dear. That's fish. Sure. Also, this is so not a gaming chair. It is it is one of the small spinny office chairs. Not like a big not like a big office chair, like the little back part. I actually like it because I like to spin around in all kinds of weird positions as I do the thing. I'll do this guy.
I wish you luck.
The wheels like sentient rats. Oh god. However, I am the kind of person who often does sit in like normal chairs, and it's like, yes, I do want to put my feet up. Not like on a leg rest, like I'll sit crisscross in a chair. Crisscross applesauce. I'm cozy. And I'm fine living that way. Keeping them out of our reach. Important safety measures. New cutscene.
At a distant flight lies an island of fire. There walks a dark beast, a great ball of fire. Wielders of flame who dare to engage. Will only succeed at igniting its rage. For it's the top player, and the world is its stage.
Let's go!
You know, action with monsters, not gonna lie. I see the vision. Donkey from Shrek, bro had the right idea. That's just how it goes. I don't make the rules, I abide by them. Donkey saw the vision. He saw the dream, and he achieved it. Made it a dream no more. Honestly, I mean, I'm more of a mask off Melina person, but I think we're both on the same boat here. We both see the vision. Melina's mask never stays on. Yank that mask off. I'm sure the plenty of people would list all of like the what about this, and I'll just look at them and go, worth it every time. I embrace the challenge. Damn, my main Ray's no coward. I think Melina needs more love in general.
Be careful!
Ay, that hurt a bit. Yeah. Looking on a girl's side in Mortal Kombat. In the construct, don't want to hear. Exactly. Exactly.
Here it comes!
I don't know if I consider Mortal Kombat. Like, Melina's the only one that's like interesting or cool, like at all. But two, three of the others where I'd probably still love Melina the most. Demora's one. Demora's. He's already mad. You guys talked about the tickling thing earlier. I was just, instead of imagining normal people hands, I was just imagining this thing's giant hands. Straight face it. Look, there's nothing wrong. Look, it's. I think typing with your accent and like your dialect in your typing is awesome. I think it keeps you more memorable. You should not feel strange about that. You should go all in on it. It's fun. Oh, careful.
Goodness new!
Like, I feel bad that my quote-unquote the Automon. The Automon caught your message. Go allow it super fast. There we go. Did it work? No. Why is Scotchman? I have, well, I haven't talked to him in a while, but Scotch during the legend. That was a loud noise that just went off behind me in my residence. I'm gonna wait till I hear more noises before I check out if something's wrong. Scotch. No, I have I should say haven't talked to her in a minute, but I've at least had a pen pal, so to speak, from Scotland. It was always very fun just to. I just like hearing people with I just love hearing people with accents. I just fun. It just makes talking more interesting. Sure, some of don't understand them, but I just feel more educated. Oof. Like, come on. A friend from Nigeria, love her accent. I feel bad though because someone talked to me. That's always a funny thing, like how your accent just gets naturally more pronounced with talking with your family. That's not just like a you thing. I think as far as there are a lot of like accents. I think everyone's like that with whatever accent they have. Nice. Accents. I kind of have that same effect I was mentioning my friend from Nigeria, which is a thing where like yeah, I feel comfortable, like I'll speak to her and oh no, it is completely subconscious, yeah, but like this friend I'm talking about, like I'll talk to her and I'll understand her fine, but then she talks to someone like in her actual, like, you know, just in her home or wherever she is, and then it's like I immediately like have basically no hope of following their conversation. It's like the opposite, where I'm like, oh, I'm reminded that they are like turning off / toning down their accent to speak with me. And to be honest, I feel kind of bad about it. But at the end of the day, like I kind of, I can't like.
Something's coming!
The conversation would be a lot harder if I tried to if I actually even consider the idea of like, no, speak to me like you would like the people back home. I can't do that. The other side. I've never been on the other side. I have like the closest thing to like in mainstream media was considered like, as far as mainstream media is concerned, I don't even think I have an accent. It's a weird feeling. Or like dialect or what have you.
After it!
I know I only used half of the necessary
I'm just
syllables
getting
for the
started.
sentence. I'm trying to get better about that with the not slurring my words as much on stream.
Making progress.
I don't think it's working, but you know. Yeah. Ow. It happens. Exactly. But it's weird to feel like I technically have an accent,
You're my best
but like it's
pal.
also in terms of like mainstream culture ever, it's like not. Like I just like speak. Which I guess is kind of weird to be like, yeah, I have the what's now considered a default accent almost. That's confusing to think about. Like technically that shouldn't even be like a thing. Cause not like I'm really part of any sort of monoculture. I just talk in a way that is universally relatively. I think you have the thing that, yeah, cause your accent like you. I feel like almost more like you have a, it's like you have an accent going up, but it's more of like a dialect, which is more so the words you pick, more so than your actual pronunciation of the words. Do you get what I mean? It's a thin line between accent and dialect. I didn't want to do that. It's fine.
This is gonna be good.
Now I'll go the long way. It's fine. Or like your dialect sort of, you lean more into it in familiar home situations and you turn it off a little bit. Where like out with like other people, I suppose. Kind of like homeless guy? I think you're I don't know, I feel like homeless guy's a bit of an extreme interpretation. There we go.
See ya.
It's just, you know, an informal like speech. There was definitely like a time. We're definitely in an era where, at least in terms of like American English, formal speaking is not expected. It's almost considered informal way of putting it. Well, yeah, I don't think I necessarily speak formally either.
Okay, that's
I mean, we're
enough.
currently in an era, it's like lower class. Well, I think that we are in an era where that's less of the case, relatively speaking now. Because I mean, like, influencers and stuff, YouTube media, whatever, like, they are expensive enough to be, they're expensive enough, rich enough to be considered, you know, upper class, but, you know, they don't talk like that. They can buy me twice over, sell my body, buy it back for double the price. And they use, like, way less of the syllables than me. Now, that's why I said, like, informal. Because now it doesn't really speak. It used to speak of class, and people still will treat it like it does, but definitely doesn't have to anymore. Higher standing, they're like... I think that people have... I think the kind of people that would have trouble... Because I've talked to enough to know, like... I feel like anyone who, like, looks weird on you for having trouble understanding you's... not necessarily someone I need to go hang out with, you know what I'm saying? And like, I think brain rot speaking is the new. I would consider that lower class. Is brain rot speaking. I think it's infinitely worse than just using a few more contractions and less syllables. That I will look down on you for speaking in brain rot. That's for sure. If that makes it discriminatory, then it is what it is. There we go.
Awesome. Nothing personal, buddy.
Not in the times we've I've had no trouble following you in any time I can think of. You wanna know a secret? I was low-key a prototype for what would become the modern, like, iPad kid. I would watch YouTube on our iPad all the time. All the time. Now I just do it on my phone instead. I was a proto iPad kid. Yep. Sky does Minecraft review and Minecraft mods. And I should have collected those. My attention span has relatively not. Yeah. My attention span is not like I don't have things like TikTok or whatever. Like that's why I said like prototype, because I didn't fall all the way. Yeah, but I won't pretend that I'm free of sin. Ooh, apparently I got $1 million. On one hand, like we can sit here and like almost rightfully make fun of like TikTok like all we want, but it's cemented its place in modern culture, and plenty of times everything is mess me. Oh yeah, we can make fun of it all we want, but it's cemented its place in modern culture, and there are times like in college where a bunch of people get on, people my age, maybe 1 or 2 years younger, will like all have a conversation that they want to follow, hinging on understanding of TikTok, and I miss it, you know, like not that that's no miss as in I can't follow. I don't envy it like at all. I envy it in the same way I envy being out on any sort of conversation. FOMO.
Looking for something new or an upgrade?
But I know for a fact that if I get it, it wouldn't, you know,
Until next time.
leave me any sort of fulfillment or what have you, and I don't want it. I post my work on Instagram,
Which quest would you like?
respond to like the one person that comments, call it a day. Maybe same up. Snapchat was weird. I don't feel like I ever. Snapchat and its streak system always like. I did it because that's what I was like expected like to do. But it kind of hit me where it's like, what's the point of like?
Take your time. Never do today,
Yeah, it's a
do
weird
tomorrow.
pressure. I feel like it just.
Noah always says.
The most it would do for me was, what do I want to try? Oh, these are both gonna be tough. But this guy, it's not
May
that
the
deep.
spirits protect you.
The only thing I think I could have, I forgot to capture it. The only thing I could have gotten out of it was just the ability to have an excuse to message people that I wanted to talk to that had nothing to do with me. I think that's the only possible use for like part of streaks I could like feel like was like worth it. Was that it was an excuse to harass people. Cool, great, awesome. You can just make any of your streaks like, oh, what, like, yo, what you doing, or like, what up, BBG. That's even assuming that like the streak started. I mean, yeah. I guess if you're like talking to someone, like the streak was like a cute thing. But like, it's just like, oh yeah, we really did talk daily for like that long or whatever. I feel like if I'm only really gonna bother with that streak if I wanted to send someone pictures that other people shouldn't see. A use we can all relate to. I'm sure we're fine.
This'll be easy. Yeah.
They like kind of leaned into it too, with like the idea of sending unsavory things, with the whole like, yeah, everything you send, they look at it once and they can never go back and see it again, or like, they even the chat messages, like you read the chat message, they leave, come back, that chat message is gone. You know, and it calls out any message that like someone like chooses to like keep. Yeah. It was just like, what, you know, with that framework, what is, you can't stop it. No, you can't. So the question at that point is just like, what is the, I mean, I guess, no, I don't know. I can't sit here and speculate on what possibly the goal of it was. Other than you can basically be a complete tomfool freak. And it just let you just get away with it. Or I should say, helped you get away with it. Not to mention, I need to play the game. Not to mention the part where it's like, here's where everyone you know is. Here's everyone you know, and here's where they all are in the world right now, down to the road. It's like, why would you? I'm a distraction. Like, I get that there are people who you wouldn't mind letting know you like your location of. And I don't just mean like, oh, your family for safety or whatever, you know. Because absolutely you're like, you know, we're going to this place to hang out. Here's where I am so we can find each other easily. I get it. But like, you're on your own, at home, taking a tinkle. It's like, oh, God. I hope Stacy knows exactly where I am right now. And everyone else ever to exist. Like, what's and maybe there are like times where you're like, yeah, sure, let them see, but all the time, 24/7? No, like exactly. But then again, even Instagram did that too, right? So I guess people clearly wanted it. So, you know, there's an audience for it. Just ain't me. I guess though I can't say much because mine would just have been, he's at school or he's at home. 50-50. Nowhere else he ever is at any other time. So what do I know? Hit him! There you go. I think he'd even said her like your friends were like internationally. Need to break his ball. I thought he had a stronger reaction to happening. Okay. Just be an old man yelling across the country.
Getting away! Go!
Because there's a huge difference between like, oh, I'm at this place, want to come hang, and oh, hey, you didn't tell me you were across the country. What you doing? Like, what you're doing in Rhode Island over there? I guess to those people, like, it's just not that deep to them. They're just,
You're my best
hey,
pal.
when'd you go to Idaho? Or it's like, hey, wow, you were in this dark alley at the same time as me? Where do we... I like the point. I agree, but the fact that other apps... I'm trying to like put my head space into the one of the people who jump your boy just did. I want to try and get into the headspace of people that were like, yeah, I want to do this. But like, because for other apps to get it means that it was like people, it was a huge jump. Like why? Like I guess it's just people who just have thankfully never had a reason to feel compelled to be scared of people knowing their location. Which, to be honest, I feel like is just only guys who could be innocent, like less concerned with people knowing their location. I feel like most girls are like, no, I don't want people to know. No, I think that's the case. I don't like it. You know, I don't think most people do. At least not like, you know, people maybe want to like fake assault it. Yeah, this is the thing, but yeah, I would say 99 times out of 100, at least. People don't want to, you know? Just a hunch. Ow. But again, like other apps got the location mode too. Well, actually, people don't have to use it. I think a lot of people just don't care, and then the app's like, we have this, and you'll just turn it on and not think about it. Just leak them.
I knew I could count on you.
I don't. Ow! I'm gonna get down. Actually, I don't like fighting with me. Oh yeah. I think about that, like people with actual ill intent who like want to get into like your. Yeah, homie. Yeah. And it's the part where it's like strangers. Because I think, in theory, everyone has at least like a small, very like not saying at least, probably a max, honestly, a small population of people where it's like I have no complaints if they always know where I am. But with Snapchat and stuff being all like get to know as many people as like possible, it's not just a small contingent of people knowing like your location. It's everybody. I think there are some people who are posting their location on their story in hopes that people will like come. Like a party or something. Yeah, everyone you have friends, exactly. Also, yes. Oh snap, a Ren Fair? Dude, I always see those in like, I remember seeing things in like cartoons and stuff. We'll go hard. Dude, I forget that like those are real. I feel like I want to go to one with Bitter. I feel like Bitter would be able to give you the perspective I need to have the best time there. I don't remember. Good old Harper's. Do it. Absolutely do it. Go all in. He's been on the thing about like LARP, like yeah, freaking LARP at the Renfer. If you're going to the Renfer, go all the way, you know. No point in halving it. Just let you enjoy it more. Go full tilt. I'm guessing there's just not as much of a thing in my part of the country versus like. Aw, that's cool. become like gothic royalty. That'd be sick, actually. Some sort of grand elaborate. Stop cornering, bro. He does not fit in this space. Ooh, spike braces sound sick. Because you get going as like an evil queen, that'd be awesome. Get a bunch of random people in night things to like bow. Full Emma Frost and Neil peasants. For too many. I mean, if you're gonna do something, go all the way, right? Him and his stupid fingernails. I mean, like, why look the part if you're not gonna get ideas about acting the part too? Long nail trouble? No, not. I just mean I can't cut through the monster's hands. My nails are actually good condition.
Oh no, you don't.
The thing I'm whacking's got ratchet nails, so yeah.
Here comes the messy part.
But yeah, I was saying, like, if you're, you're going to costume, figure out, like, what that costume is. Because, like, people at, like, conventions and stuff that go in costume, if they have other if they, run into strangers who's has a costume that complements in some way, they're, like, gonna go do things. Oh, yeah, definitely. That'd be a super long nose and called stuff. The Mud Fortress! Heck yeah.
Here comes the party.
Good thing. We definitely have to sit there and take a while to figure out what I'd want to. I should probably dress up if I ever go to a rat fair. Be part of it. I mean, yeah, every little bit, right? Absolutely, you can add a little. If you are in a position where you can comfortably add little bits to for to complete the costume, go for it. I would so be down to do it with you guys. Not another mud ball. You can be the whimsy shoes, yes. You can be the gothic queen, and I can be the fairy princess. It's perfect. Where am I going? What am I doing? I'm going over here. Little pixie prince brat. There could be, yes, exactly. He can't go this way, can he? Oh, thank God. Bro, don't jump up at each step on the stairwell. Heck yeah.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely, I'll slay.
This is gonna be good.
There we go. It'll be a nice contrast from. I think I mentioned this on the stream before, but I don't think you were there. Where it's like I'm actually going with to an anime convention with the Chaotic and the other boys. Come the end of the summer. So I'm done to enter my era of dressing up for things.
Okay, that's enough.
I hope I do enough. Thank you. It will be nice. Why is the music playing? There we go. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I have 2 costume things planned, and one of them is Rebecca from Cyberpunk, if you know who that is. So. That one definitely will meet the bill, don't worry. You already know.
Pick me up.
trying to build a workout routine to get me more fit for the role as well. Where'd it go? Oh no, I'm fine. Ow! I'm alright. I actually do like the few chances like dress up. Ow! It's not like dressing up is like very fun. It's just like I've not lived like a life where like I'm good at finding chances to like do it more. And like I don't have like a forum board of like here are all the things going on in my area. I think the real thing is that I'm not at the point where I'm like I want to go alone. I think that's the real one. Like even if I could find a place I'd want to like go, I wouldn't necessarily be sure about the part where I have to go alone. I think that would stress me out. Need that safety. Busy with work and stuff. Is that what yeah, the company, right? Especially if you want to do something a little more out there, or just feel, you know, just safety in numbers. There we go. Even one other person, to be honest, helps. Would help like a ton. Alas. There we go.
Awesome.
Two of my friends. That's good.
I'll be taking this.
Ooh, that's nice. Let me pick out their outfit and stuff. That's fun. Definitely with I think with the guys I'm going with, they all pick with the guys I'm going with, they all picked out like they don't have all their costumes yet, but they definitely have already planned out like their stuff. I got sort of invited like maybe not that much later on, but anyway, like yeah, they have coordinated stuff. I'll be doing my own thing, not necessarily coordinating with them. But ideally it'll be extravagant enough where it doesn't matter. I'll do like a
Another
Ren fair.
successful hunt.
And a Ren fair with a small.
Yeah.
Like you sketched out like how their outfit. Like, what do you mean you sketched it out? Where's he going? Actually, who really cares? Cause I'm guessing you're having someone hand make the outfit.
I have important news.
Yeah, like what kind of things we like needed to have?
Sushi.
Oh, maybe you're getting like all the pieces? I don't know. I should probably let you explain it.
Elder Fugan?
Hinoa, Minoto. Go assemble the villagers.
Ah, I see what you mean. Why am I A-posing? Sketching like how it would like fit.
We've
Okay, I get it
discovered
now.
the whereabouts of Thunder Serpent Narwa. The one Wind Serpent Ibushi calls his queen.
His queen.
If we defeat her, then the rampage may finally come to an end.
However, the hunters dispatched by the guild to dispose of Narwa have all been completely wiped out.
They all died? Oh my god.
The guild has issued a request to the hunter who was responsible for defeating Ibushi.
They really skimmed over the fact that an entire party sent to slay this dragon died.
Yes, you, Hunter. So, think you can handle it?
Yeah, nothing in my... I would have to go buy the pieces for my wardrobe, but you know. I'll manage.
Of course.
Everything has to fit. There's no wiggle room for size with my costume inspirations.
You're my biggest... No. The village's biggest hero.
We're all family here. We're all in this together.
Quiet
courage
village
is
people.
an
I'm gonna say.
inspiration.
Talk about my drag costume.
Seeing you face the calamity is giving us so
Just
much
throw
hope.
this last hunter at him too. I know this
Whatever
party
happens
failed.
while
I
you're
know
out
your
there,
entire party of
never
skilled
forget
dragon
that your
slayers
family is
failed.
waiting for you here.
We got this chick in a straw hat.
All right, everyone. Our hunter is about to face the biggest challenge yet. Let's all get to work.
Yay. I actually like always having the straw hat on, no matter what the outfit is. It feels more iconic
Welcome
that
to
way.
the hub. Whew. I have a special quest for you. These are the available quests. I wish you luck.
Oh, yeah, but that is probably half the fun I have with this, is being like, yeah, this chick looked like she walked out of the pool, bodied this elder god. And she works for money.
Back to work.
I actually remember liking this fight, so it'll be interesting to do it again after like all these years, like literally years. Because it's not a fight you do after you feel like you beat the thing. Let's go slay a queen.
Lightning and thunder tear the oceans asunder. From deep down below, a surreal tableau. Tranquil as it seems, a place of lost dreams.
My king, oh my king, come forth now with haste. With my elegant lightning, let us lay this land to waste. Tear apart the skies, rend the clouds asunder. Pave the road to paradise with hurricane and thunder.
This'll be easy.
You know it's oops. This chick in a bra with a fishnet shirt is about to stab a thunder dragon with a bone staff.
I
If you have
feel
any-
like a million cities.
If you have any questions, I feel like it's your problem. And away we go. I love this scene. I remember enjoying this fight and also it not being that hard, so let's see it. Let's see. Crazy form jaw mouth. Sick. Cool way. I've started saying things are sick when I think they're cool, and like part of me kind of feels like I'm gonna confuse people, but I think so far everyone's understood I meant the positive version of sick. So I'm sure I'll be fine. What if like I've never seen that move before? Why does this keep happening? Uh-oh. Oh, she got stuck in the... There we go. Yes, we do have to... She does take the most damage if you whack her wacky sack. I don't remember that move at all! Oh, you get under the thunder pad. I'm being difficult. She's already mad? Why would she be mad? Ooh. Oh, no. No problem at all, Spooks. By all means, go get your sleep. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. Get good sleep. Actually, you're gonna be excited because once we do this hunt, I'll be able to wear whatever I want, regardless of what my armor is. So, costume is gonna get crazy. Get excited for that. Anyway, yes. Exactly. I guess I'm sleep puppy. Midnight spooks. Yeah, this fight is fun, but not very difficult per se. That one can hurt though. Holy cow, the glaive ruins this! No parkour rock climbing, you just go. Also the themes. Whoop. Oh, I got the slitting leverage on, never mind.
My buddy's the best.
Actually, I don't like my odds. I think I'm supposed to save that for later, so I won't use it. Oh, the thunder rings! Now that I think about it, this is a very position-based hunt. I see that now. That's why it's good. For a very long essay that I don't want to put the VOD watchers through. That beam looks so cool! Oh, more thunder rings, okay. Oh!
You're my best pal.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. There we go. Hit it. No! Orange! Orange! No orange for me. Oh, I got it. I forgot I actually really like this hunt. I think most people don't. It's just kind of a cool looking monster, but I don't know. I can't sit here and be like, here's the essay as to why this hunt's actually great. Oh, because you're too close to the wall, you couldn't do the back row. It's fine, because I couldn't fly. Man, the glaive demolishes this hunt. And for context, like, I've done this fight plenty of times without the glaive. I did not use glaive much in base rise, way back when. I'm like learning all this, like, as like you guys are seeing, like, wow, the Bitter, you missed Ash, she was here earlier. Cute speaks us, they called her Ash before, so it's fine. We're beating the high rank. Against the thing. Just got off work. Oh. You and your late shift. Earn that bread.
I'm just getting started.
Glad you're finally getting home, getting some rest though. I'm glad you could drop by. Orange! I wanted orange. I know, Peter. It's fine. Really, it's okay. You don't have to always make up and show up on time, you know. It's fine. Perfectly fine. Oh, this move! Killed every old person. I'm technically doing that right now, so... Oh. killing a very old woman right now. In a video game. I should have done one more, but I'm gonna risk it. Please! Yes! Did you
My buddy's the best.
Yeah, you're talking about the red ferrets. It's gonna be sick.
Let's have some fun.
Oop. Now it's time. Wait, no, it's not. I thought she curls up and then you shoot her, but I guess we shoot her. Oh wait, no, it's time. I would love to. I just don't know if Randy Renfer is like my area. What I was saying earlier is I prefer to go with like a company and stuff. Oh, she's still. Oh no. That means he's gonna blow. You can't hear. You can't hear my other. Oh, Cat. Well, Chaotic's not like here. Am I about to die? No, I'm fine. Just gotta heal. It's only Chaotic, no Chaotic. Not even necessarily worthy substitute. It's okay. We all are. If Chaotic was here, he would have his thing. He'd have his avatar up. So. No. Fly over here. It's been a long time. That's okay. Stay here and rest a while. She's just spamming. I'm sure the Renfisk is really cool. I just only have reference of them from like expensive. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Whoa. A little more this way. That'll do. Oh, it has to. Hey. So I think all events like conventions, Ren fairs. Hey, there you go. Ow! Yeah, now I have time to like symptoms. It's a great feeling. You're like, I have money I can burn. I should invest it. I won't. That's...
I knew I could count on you.
Yeah, she seems super excited. I'm sure they're cool. I just, you know. Again, my only reference is through like them in like media and stuff. I just caught the tail through the air. That's sick. Oh wait, historical versus fantasy? Oh! The fantasy one? I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say that off-rip the fantasy one would also entice me more. So, I'm part of the problem! Oops. Well, I mean, like... they're the kind of people who like dressing up and going to things, you know? The fantasy. What makes the, so, is it that you like the historical one more, or you just don't like the fantasy one? Because I didn't even know there was a difference between them, so I would love to learn more about like what differentiates the fantasy from the historical. Like what tangibly separates them.
You shouldn't have ticked me off!
go. Okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Wait, let me make sure that's picking up. Let me make sure to pick up your audio. It's not. Here, wait, give me 2 seconds. What? Yes, I could. Well, I'm clicking around. Anyway, they can hear you now, so it's fine.
Anyways.
I'm sorry,
pretty
did you
big
not want
difference.
them to hear you?
No, I wanted you to struggle and get it to work. Okay, buddy? Okay.
There are things I could do while playing the game. That is not one of them.
That is just not remotely one of them?
No,
Okay.
because I have to click and like switch where
no.
my Discord's looking, so OBS is like, oh, you're here.
Yeah, sounds like this is illustrated.
No, just explain your
Anyways,
thing, you
anyways.
stupid.
Yes, I'm sorry. So there's a really big difference between the two. So the fantasy ones are more about cosplay. So you will get a lot of people that show up like as angels or, you know, devil personas, lizard dragons, fucking, you know, androgynous or shit. Like it's definitely much more queer. Not that I'm saying that derogatory. I'm just, you know, just saying a matter of fact, you know.
Sure.
It's not all of them, but it's always been. Anyways, and it has a much more emphasis on, you know, like dice and D&D type stuff.
Like they mentioned LARPing.
Yeah.
LARPing.
Yeah, LARPing, RPG games. While the historical ones are much more focused on like selling things like actual just medieval weapons, bucklers. You'll find people that do have you heard of HEMA?
Yeah. I watch Sellsword.
You'll find people that do a lot of HEMA and a lot of different other types of just actual historical combats. Me and my brother, the last time we went, we were scouted by the HEMA Association for the area that we live in.
That sounds sick. Okay, so they're actually
Yeah.
okay. So like, they have a lot of, or like I should say, they have like a lot less overlap than like I was like expecting. You can very much be all into one and like not care about the other. I see that now.
Yeah, they're very different.
Huh.
As far as I know, at least in the place where we lived, they did 3 weeks and each week was a different kind. So you had 1 week which was historical, 1 week that was fantasy, and one more week that was something I don't remember.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, it's good fun.
Killed her.
Good fun. But yeah, last
Dude,
time, you know, I just wanted to buy like a bill hook that I could stab somebody with, but you know, too poor.
Go for it, dude.
Hey, I can do it now. I will suit up as a medieval knight and just start killing people in the streets.
I mean, you could do that at both kinds of fairs, which is great.
Just one of them is a foam sword, while another one isn't.
Which one is which at which fair? You decide.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Here comes the messy part.
Be the hate you want to embody in the world.
Look, all I'm saying, I swear, officer, I did not go into the fantasy run fair and kill them because I'm a hateful bigot. I just did it because they're fantasy and they spat upon the good
That's
name
just
of
how the
historical.
characters in Warhammer are. Get off
You know,
my
just-
case,
Oh
officer.
my god. Dude, earlier, so there's this character in Warhammer called, Queek Head Taker, right? He's like a little rat man. And,
I wonder how he got his. I didn't get the tail. No.
That's alright.
Wait, maybe.
Here comes the messy part.
I'm watching it for delay, so
No.
I can sadness.
No.
Anyways, his whole
Uninstall.
thing is that unlike most rats, not only is he not a coward, but he leads his army from the front, which almost like disqualifies him as being Skaven. Because it's like, what do you mean the rat man's not only not cowardly, good in an actual fight, and he leads from the front? Like, it's crazy. Anyways,
competent one of our
Yeah,
people? Repulsive.
I was reading a meme, and it was Queek. He was like, "Who the fuck shit wrote queer head giver on my door?"
Queer head
I
giver.
can't sense Nara anymore. I don't think she
That's such a good like in Monster Hunter, see the monster's title and then like the subtitle under it.
Yeah, no, dude. I fucking laughed. That was so
Just
funny.
like just Gormagala, queer head giver.
Because that is absolutely something that the rap people would do too.
Absolutely. They'd be so good
Right.
about the pranks.
Outstanding. Then let's all head
Oh man, it's good fun. It's good fun. But yeah, that's the gist of the fantasy v historical. And I know that if we're ever doing Ren fairs, we're definitely visiting both, and we're definitely going to be much poorer after.
I mean I mentioned when Ash was here, like I would 100% be down to try them with you guys.
I would be down too.
I think even if I probably be able to eat, even if I won't be able to eat like 90% of the food there, it's fine. It'll be fun in other ways, I'm sure.
Are you diabetic, Xena?
What? No, I can't. Like is there a lot of? Oh, I mean, if there's a lot of sweets, I'll be fine. Just can't have any of the meats.
Why can't you have any of the meats?
Hello.
Are you a vegetarian?
Are you a vegetarian?
I thought we were friends.
Get out!
find Noah.
I'm sorry. So your Hala, is that like a
Halal.
Maryland thing?
No, it's a religion thing. Why do I feel like this?
Halal?
It's
I'm sorry. Every single time you say that, I just hear Hala.
I know. It's just like I think it's the third time I've brought this up with you, and the second time it's happened on stream.
No, there's no. I don't even remember you bringing this up once.
No, I definitely have. But it's fine. It's Halal.
That doesn't help me. I don't know how to
I'm
spell.
explaining this slowly. Okay, not all at once. Where the general, like the broadest definition is that the animal was killed by its throat being slit in the name of, at the very least, Abrahamic God.
That needs to happen every time?
Well, when the animal's killed, not like when you're like cooking it.
No, I just mean for every animal you kill, it has to be.
For every animal you eat.
So if you, well, yeah, obviously.
And seafood,
but
but for seafood it doesn't matter. If it lives in the water, you can just eat it whenever. It doesn't matter.
What's with Abrahamic religions and just having all these laws for, like, you know, pigs, cows, and sheep and stuff, but for the fish, they're just like, fuck it, I don't care, dude. They're just...
Well, it makes my life easier as a sushi addict, so it's fine.
God, I can't handle sushi, dude.
I
It's
recall.
the rice for me, personally.
Really?
I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, no, rice. The texture makes me gag. It makes me throw up, like physically sick.
Well, there are different kinds of rice, so I guess the jasmine rice is just not the one for you.
I mean, it's like just knowing that it's rice also makes me throw up, even if it's made out of something else.
What about Rice Krispies?
Those don't count because it's not like. It doesn't taste like tiny pebbles in my mouth.
Until next time.
Pebbles? How hard is the rice? Well, if anything, that makes more sense for, because
See you again soon.
rice should not be hard like pebbles.
Until next time.
What do you mean?
Welcome.
Rice is like always like soft.
No, it's not.
Yes, rice
It's
is
never.
the
When you buy it, it's not soft.
Yeah, when you buy raw meat, it's not tasty either. You have to prepare the rice.
How do you prepare the? What do you mean?
You know there's an entire machine called a rice cooker, right?
No.
Well, there is. It involves pressure and moisture. You don't just eat a rice out the bag.
Wait,
Is not how it's supposed to be
Cook
eaten.
rice?
You cook rice. Yes.
I just thought you chewed on it.
No. You've never heard of fried rice? You prepare
No,
rice. Rice when bought when it's little rocks.
I had a bag of rice and I was like, all right, let's get to it. You know, let's see what all the rage is about. And then I cried as I scarfed down the entire like small bag for the next 2 hours. I just didn't get it.
Yeah,
It ruined me for
you
like
ate
a
raw
week.
food and got pissy that it didn't taste good.
It never said anything about cooking it. How was I supposed to know?
I'm not
it's a
saying
vegetable.
I'm not saying that you're necessarily
This is
wrong
bullshit.
for assuming you didn't have to cook it. I'm just letting you know now that you were wrong, and you are now saying you don't like rice when you've only had raw rice, which I think is not a fair not a fair starting point.
Well, I did try other kinds of rice.
Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can definitely tell you didn't have sushi because if you there is no sushi where the rice is hard. There is no
Well, I
food
just figured it was a different kind of rice.
No, there are different kinds of rice, but none of them are ever hard. Even
Well,
fried.
they're always hard. You just got to do like some magic to them or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you just have to prepare them.
It's not the same thing.
I mean, it's like buying raw meat, eating it, and saying, "Oh, this tastes terrible, and my gut doesn't like it." Like, yeah, you didn't. Yeah, go
I don't have
figure.
the same problem with raw meat though, so I don't know. I don't know what you're on it. I don't know what this virtue signaling
What
is.
is virtue? This rice virtue signaling.
Yeah, I'm fucking done with this conversation, man. This is bullshit.
Get out of here! You're a dumb, smelly poo poo. I don't like you. Go away.
No, but seriously. So you're saying it's not a different kind of rice?
There is no kind of rice except the Rice Krispies that is eaten like that, where it's like hard. And also
Well,
kind of like, it's like any other carb where you're rarely eating it like on its own. Like you're eating it with like accompanying meat or something, or there's like a curry on it that it absorbs the flavor of, you know.
That makes sense because I don't like curry either.
Well, I mean, that's like, there's like an entire world of curries, and they can be very different from each other. Just so.
It's just not American, so.
I mean, yeah, I know that's the real answer deep down.
Yeah, every time I see this, I'm just like, a white person didn't make it.
Dude, I like that. Like, it's such like a culture shock because my family. I need to get out of the shop. I should probably actually look into upgrade.
Looking for something new?
I'll just window shopping the whole time for drip, but I'll probably take care of that off stream. Anyway.
Get back to the story, buddy. Okay, don't get me distracted.
Ooh, I can upgrade this. Good. But do I want to yet? Basically, I was out with family friends.
Were they your friends or were they just family friends?
Sorry, I did misspeak there because I'm still looking. I was visiting a place with a friend and his family. And they're
there you go.
They're like American and junk, believe it or not. I'm sure you're shocked to find this out.
Well,
But
no,
like,
I mean, I don't assume all of your people know each
I
other.
was doing a joke. I see it didn't work. Anyway.
I mean, it would be unrealistic. There is a lot of them.
Yes. And then, yeah, there's another. Oh, I haven't killed one yet. That's fine. So basically, they're in our area and they're not normally from our area, and my family loves restaurants, so it's like, all right, we should probably take them to like a good restaurant and like stuff. So of course, you know, we're like, oh, what do you guys like? What kind of food do you like? And then they say, like, my family's been like, we can think of like, we'll have like Thai restaurants, Indian restaurants, like various like Mexican restaurants and stuff like that, and all kinds of things. And then they're like, oh, we'll like eat anything. And then when they say anything, like they start listing examples as like you do, and then they're just like, you know, like pizza, steak, and I'm like,
White 1 through 10. Wait.
Yeah, literally when it's like eat anything, and I'm like, right, let me nix all the foreign options. We're going to Silver Diner.
Nice. The last year, 2025 was the first time I've ever tried Mexican food.
How was it?
You know, minus the rice, which I just kind of pushed aside and ignored.
Understandable
The rest
given
of
the
it was
context.
very good.
Yeah, no, I actually, I love Mexican food.
I was okay with it, you know. Maybe I only tried one thing. I'm sure I could find something I mesh with more, or something that will grow on me. But you know, I'm just not a big fan of rice because it's the food of third worlders. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I guess it just.
What first world country's known for eating rice?
Japan.
Is Japan first world or second world?
I mean, they're not third world.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And depending on where you are in China, it's probably first world.
Well,
Saudi
less
Arabia.
where you are and more of how much money you have.
Well, same thing.
Fair enough, actually.
And I think Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia is known for rice. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Go figure.
they eat rice all over South and Central Asia.
Man,
Pretty much
it's
all over
funny.
Asia. I mean, actually, I don't think it doesn't grow in places as cold as like Russia.
It's funny. If you show me a map of Europe, I can guess any country on it. But as soon as you give me like, as soon as you give me a map of like anywhere in Arabia or Asia, and I'm just like, oh.
I mean, I couldn't tell you where anywhere is anywhere, so yeah, let me hold my tongue on that one.
Yeah, no, but I absolutely, when you say that I should experience more food, I agree with you.
Yeah, like to be honest, like I think that's probably one of the things. So, like if someone were to visit like where I am, like that's probably the thing I would like do first. Is like, oh, most people have not eaten as many kinds of like food as I have that are available like in my area. So like I would actually appreciate the chance to get more people in on like that action, you know.
I do have to say, I'm the kind of person where if I get the choice, I'll just eat the same thing every day for the rest of my life.
No, like to be honest, I'm like that too. Like I'm like at home, I'm very utilitarian. Like every day, get a bit of bread, scramble an egg, throw cheese in it, and I'm content. I can do that every morning for the rest of my life, and I'd be fine.
You know what's my version?
What?
I just cry and just hit my pillow in the morning. I think about taking my own life, and then I go take a shower and get ready to start my day.
You just don't.
I also make a killer eggs in a nest, but you know.
Eggs in a nest? I'm not familiar with that one.
It's where you get bread, a slice of bread, you cut out a hole in the middle, and then you cook the egg in the hole. And then you use the bread as a biscuit and you dip it into the egg.
That's crazy! Whoa! Never heard of a concoction like that.
It's really fucking good. You want me to send you a picture?
Yeah, it sounds fascinating. I said I was gonna hunt Basil, but I think I just killed hunt 2 Diablos, so I wonder how that's about to go. Nah, it'll be fine.
Diablos is obviously the best of.
Oh, do you want me to... Here, let me... Since it seems you are gonna be sticking around, let me give you this so you're actually up to date. Instead of just wondering what's happening.
I had your stream open, so I could see. It was just on a delay.
Yeah, but now you don't have the delay.
And I appreciate it.
I'd offer to
I
set up
can't
your
find
avatar, but
my
I feel like you
DMs.
might be. But I feel like I'm guessing you're a bit tired to deal with the avatar, setting up the PNG stuff. Am I right?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be different if it was a me stream thing, but I showed up pretty late.
I wouldn't mind necessarily. I did get set up. I wouldn't mind. But alas.
Alright. I sent it to you, look.
I'm gonna pause to look at it. I want to run off a cliff. Oh, weird, but kind of cool. It looks like it's
also,
it looks like it's soaked in even.
It's known as eyeball toast in some places.
Oh, I can see why.
But yeah, it's cool because you can use the little bread if you cook it up into like a harder biscuit. You can dip it in the yolk and stuff.
Yeah, wow. I wonder how does one have that idea?
I mean, that can be defined with like 40% of the food on Earth, dude.
I think honestly I would say 40% is being being like harsh. I think it's like a bigger number than that.
Like rice. Who do you think dug up these little like seed module things from the ground and was like, "Ah, yes, let me soak it in water and eat it."
Dude, do you know what's crazy? You know corn? You know how corn looks like with like that giant thing with like all those little kernels on it?
It used to just be one strand, but technically that's called maize.
Or like ones are like a little bit on it. Does that not
Yeah,
blow your
yeah.
mind that they turn that little thing into just that through a bunch of breeding?
Actually, no. I think that if you look at what humans have done both agriculturally with animals and with what we've done with plants, we basically domesticated them in the same way to better suit our purposes.
Yeah.
You know, cows got way bigger and put way more meat on their bones. Dogs were just all over the place. Really depends on where they were.
Yeah. But the point is now they
Honestly-
all can't survive on their own.
Yeah, pretty much. But they don't need to.
No, they don't.
That's literally well, depends. There's a lot of places in America, and not just America, where you actually have roving tribes of stray dogs that essentially act like a wolf pack.
Oh, for sure, but like...
A
Like-
Chihuahua's not surviving out in the fucking wilderness.
No.
I get what you mean.
That Chihuahua's feeding the pack. And I don't mean with his catches.
No. But yeah, like, so you know how in like D&D things like beholders or dragons will change their environment to like better suit them? Humans are the same exact way.
They're like beavers even with their dams. Changing water
Yeah,
flow
but
and stuff.
like the birds that grow around beavers don't get larger eyes because
True,
those ones
true.
are more likely to eat.
They
You know
don't
what I mean?
permanently change the ecosystem
Yeah.
in like a way that affects our living things and like incite new survival challenges. What's it looking for?
Survival tactics.
Yeah.
People apparently, I don't know if this is necessarily true. I only heard it and it makes sense, but apparently creatures that live in proximity for a larger amount of time, they'll get like bigger eyes and more rounder features and softer fur because those are the ones that humans prefer.
That makes sense. It's like the thing apparently where puppies or like dogs are slowly getting more and more finer muscle control of their faces because
Yes.
humans like that. It's the same principle. Like, it
Also,
makes
there's
sense.
something really weird that I haven't seen anybody be able to explain, is that domesticated animals will often develop like spotted patterns that aren't present in their wild counterparts. So like a lot of dogs have like, you know, spotted fur like Dalmatians and stuff, but wolves, they don't have that. Like hyenas do, but we didn't domesticate them, right? So they do that, cows do that, wild cows don't do that, pigs do that, wild boars don't do that. It's
you know
just a
what?
weird thing that people aren't able to explain.
I wonder if it's a thing that maybe was a byproduct. Granted, neither of us have been slightly
Smart
equipped
enough.
in the fields of science.
Yeah.
I'm just like thinking aloud. Was like a byproduct of not caring what color they were when you bred them, like so like maybe the genes instead of, because I remember a thing where some genes that conflict, sometimes one just beats the other, but sometimes the genes like merge.
Yeah.
So maybe that's for like the spotted pancreasm is like skin pattern or fur and skin pattern genes like merging.
But I just don't know why it would happen so consistently, though,
Yeah,
right?
it's just
Because
like my
in
initial.
places like zebras or antelopes, it's to help, you know,
It's a very specific purposes.
yeah, it's a very specific genetic thing to help them avoid predators, but they would have even less reason to develop that in human care. So it's just, I don't know.
No idea, man.
Another thing, raccoons are trying to domesticate themselves, and I want it so bad.
I mean,
Like they.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, finish.
They are literally developing, like I said, rounder eyes, more fluffy rotund features, and they're increasingly getting less and less hostile with humans as they, you know, as the generations go on. What was it? Deers have also learned that humans are less likely to shoot them if they just actually go up to the human. And so you'll get deers that when they see humans or notice that they're there, they'll run towards them and up closer to them because apparently people are just less likely to shoot them if they look innocent, I guess.
I guess it's like only a thing in an area where deer hunting is a thing. It doesn't fit anything.
Maybe.
No, because we have deer in our area. They don't. They're not even close.
Oh, yeah, no, I get what you mean. Where we used to live, deer would migrate to our part of the countryside to get away from hunters. Because the deers have realized you know, during this section of time is when the humans come around, so they gotta go, you know, over here because the humans won't hunt there because it's large swaths of open ride property that, you know, hunters can't go because it's owned.
Right, yeah, private property. Yeah. It's getting away! Oh, they're both splitting up.
It's interesting.
Oh, yeah. What of, like, animals, like, living with humans? Dude, it's like... Oh, have I ever told you about the weird stories of, like how pigeons came to be? Like, big city pigeons, like, how that all works?
Yeah. Apparently, they were supposed to be messenger birds that we pretty much just stopped developing the need for, and so we just let them loose, and they never got over us like a bad breakup.
I actually heard it was a thing where they initially were kept as like special pets. Like pigeons.
Have you seen a pigeon? They look kind of retarded though, don't they?
I do. Well, let me just baby steps. Hold on, baby steps. I have a lot to cover first.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically,
I'm sorry.
They were brought in from. They're actually originally from the Middle East. So don't correlate that with what you've said. Anyway, this plays into the fact that like they need.
Wait, I just got that.
They're already. No.
Those pigeons looking mighty Muslim.
They're used to surviving off like very sparse like environments. So when people stopped caring about pigeons for one way or another, be they veiled messenger birds or no longer exotic pets, they were able to live in cities like just fine because they're used to living on like giant rock faces. Look up a pigeon nest. It's pathetic.
It is. I was about to mention that. They are so fucking adorable.
Because it's like, oh, here's like the three... It's literally, let me get the 3 sticks I need so my baby doesn't roll off the cliff. And I'm content. That's fine.
It doesn't even look like they tried.
It does... It looks like the nest was stolen and that's like what fell off in the process.
Yeah, exactly.
But as I say, like, they don't need much.
I saw a video and it was a cat that was friendly with a pigeon, and while the cat was giving birth, the pigeon kept coming in and just dropping sticks on top of it.
What are you doing? It's all I know.
Pretty much, and it would like walk on top of the babies to drop the sticks on the mother.
It's like, dude.
It was hilarious. And you know, the mom didn't attack it or anything, so you know that she was comfortable with that pigeon.
She's like, he's just like this, it's fine.
What's the meme where it's just like You can't be mad at Jamal. He's never gonna know better, and you know that.
You know it already. It's all he can do.
Oh man.
It's fine.
Part of me misses Rice.
If only you had it.
You know.
I'm pulling it like I'm pulling it.
in the
Like.
retrospect, I think I was maybe a little cruel to it.
No, that's part of why I'm having a lot of fun going back to it, is realizing that I definitely was.
Now, I will say, it's not my ideal Monster Hunter game, but only because it is
Because you hate Japan.
less. No, wow.
Well, that
Long
and
live China, hashtag.
well, that and the other thing.
that and because it's just more arcadey and less focused on the natural order of things and the living ecosystem.
That's fair. I've definitely come to actually greatly prefer it over Wild's balance of things, though.
Why?
I think
It-
to me
it's
they're
just-
to me they're the ends of the spectrum, and I know where I lie on it. Ow!
For me, you know, I like in Monster Hunter World
Ow!
where it felt like the hunter was just using different creatures in different ways to suit their purpose. Where in Rise, it feels like all the creatures are made to suit, you know. Obviously, this bug is supposed to give you, like, sweet juice power-up
Yeah.
rather than...
Yeah, oh yeah, the endemic
what's
life.
on the
Yeah.
bug, it just so happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the endemic life is the big one for me.
Yeah. I definitely think the arcadey effects of the endemic life can be fun, but I completely agree. My favorite part of endemic life was in World, was catching them all and just putting them to bum around in my room. That was my favorite part. And like to be like, I mean, let's be. I mean, Wilds did the same thing with its endemic life too, right?
Yeah. I kind of want. I just want a Monster Hunter MMO. I just wanted that. I never got to be there. It's not fair.
You know, there's ways to play Frontier.
I know, but I want there to be other people.
Okay, you know what? We'll talk about this with other people. We will. You know, we're gonna look into. We'll look into getting Frontier going for like all of us. We will do that. You know what? Mark it.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
We need to have a company meeting, you, me, and Chaotic.
I've played Frontier. I'm sure I've mentioned it before. It's fun.
Yeah, you have. Well, that's why I bring it up. You're the one that introduced me to Frontier.
Granted, the things we've discussed, it's not going to help with at all. But it's old world Monster
Yeah,
Hunter,
well,
so it's old world, so it's different.
I like Old World though, so we're good.
Exactly. GU still
But
beats this.
apparently, what, Rise, you think?
Yeah.
I agree. I kind of, you know, liked having to manually move my camera all the way around, letting it take 7 seconds, swing, miss, and then having to move my camera and my character around to the left for another 7 seconds.
Frontier. Yeah,
My
look,
buddy's
I'm
the
okay.
best.
Frontier is what taught me about like how to get better like iframing of all things.
I'm not, actually I am surprised.
It's more of a thing in Frontier. There's gear that's like built around it.
Don't they evade extender basically?
Well, like that and like so much more.
Okay, I see. See, I'd be down. I just want like a modern Monster Hunter MMO or a Dark Souls one.
I know there was Monster Hunter Online, like China or like whatever.
Wasn't that on your phone?
That's Monster Hunter, whatever
Go?
they called it.
Time for some sharpening.
Monster Hunter Go. That's definitely not its name, but that's what I'm calling it because I've genuinely forgotten. Explore?
You know,
No.
No, I think it was just something simple like Monster Hunter Now.
Yes, I think you're right. I think it was Now. You're right. Yeah, that was the mobile one. Eating
I don't
cactus on
really
my
know what's
watch.
with mobile companies and just treating naming conventions like we're brain dead retards.
Well, I mean,
It's like, alright guys, Pokemon and what? Pokemon and well, we really got to tell. It's a Pokemon game where you walk and
Where you
somebody's
go
like,
outside.
Pokemon Go. And it's like, Michael, you genius. Someone sacrifice him.
Sacrifice him to our Lord and Savior, Mega Starmie. Alright.
See, that joke is funny because I know the context.
I understood the reference.
I'm in the in crowd. The rest of you suck.
Go kill yourselves! I mean, to be fair, I can definitely partially understand for your mobile game, because when you're a mobile game, you're not competing with everything else that person has on their phone. So the more snappy energy, so the more energy you hit them with, you know. Granted, now is a stupid title. Like, I get Go because Pokemon Go encourages you to go outside. So that's something, but definitely Monster Hunter now is a lot weaker.
Monster Hunter, and you want the game now.
Yeah. Because
Alright,
getting a
I'll tell
console or PC is too expensive.
So apparently ChatGPT is going to go bankrupt this year or next year.
Good riddance.
Will be bankrupt by next year unless if they get extra funding, in which my case is how.
I don't know. Good riddance to let it burn in my eyes.
I think it's useful, but I also think it's the. So you might actually be very surprised by this take from me.
Oh.
But I want there to be more regulation online, and I think that having like a state mandated, like quote unquote internet ID is a good thing.
And for all the jokes you make about China.
Not necessarily a good thing, but I think its benefits outweighs the cons.
Well, I don't fully get what you're describing when you think of it when talking about ChatGPT. I'm not 100% sure what like you're trying to get at here.
Okay, that's enough.
I don't remember the connection there either. I know there was one at one point though. Hold on, let me think.
Let him cook.
I don't know if I am or not. I don't know how I got there.
I could definitely let.
Guess my brain really just did a loop there. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Oh, because I think that AI is a good thing, but just like the internet, both need to be regulated to stop it from hurting society.
Oh yeah, no, I think 99% of people will agree with you on that. That there are good things AI can do. It's just not what the companies are doing right now.
I mean, they're just being fun over in the corner doing whatever they want.
Well, not even whatever they want. It's
like
just more like, how do we make it so we pay like 3 people to make the AI once and then just pump out crap until the end of time without workers to pay. That's literally what every company is doing.
But the thing is, a lot of people are worried about AI taking over like the creative industry and all that stuff. But I just don't think it's going to be as much of an issue, because I don't think it's going to be able to perfectly copy the way that humans do it. And I think that will be a large enough dissonance that people will not want to watch it.
I think that a couple months ago, everyone would have agreed with you, and I would have too. But it's come to a lot of people's attention that actually a lot of AI things are slipping past people. Like, apparently the top artists on Spotify have multiple times. I'll say twice. I don't know how much more than that. I know for a fact it happened at least twice. Were the top artists on Spotify for like a month were AI artists crushing it by like leaps and bounds.
The thing about that though is movies are relatively unique from one another, I'd say, unless if we're talking like the actual low tier.
I was talking about Spotify.
No, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I promise you it makes sense.
Okay.
I would say things like movies and artists are relatively different enough from each other to really tell, right? but I honestly don't think songs are the same, right? Like, can you really tell rap song 1 from rap song 2 when they both sound like the same person and they're mumbling under their breath?
I feel
Or
like
the 1400 Country song that's talking about how they like their truck more than their girlfriend?
it's one of those
Like,
things.
they're...
I feel like there are a lot of people who will, to be honest, I think it's just what happens in any genre you don't like. I think when you don't like a genre, it's easy to say that about any of them. Well, I think once you're into a genre, then you actually can find the subtle differences, to be on from my experience. To be entirely honest with you.
But if that was the case, then it would be the same problem with movies, but it isn't.
Shouldn't rush picking your gear.
I think it's only because they haven't tried to fully make an AI-generated movie yet.
I also
they're doing
agree
baby
that,
steps
like,
with
they
AI
probably also don't have the technology for it yet,
Yeah,
as well.
they literally just need to be able to produce enough power to do it, and then they're gonna, like, go for it. I think that's it.
Actually, with that being said, would it even be cheaper to make the movie with AI than it would be to hire actual people?
Well, as far as I'm aware, they don't know that yet, but everyone's basically all the people who tell the companies what to do are their prediction is that it will be. They're currently banking on it being the case. They're fully confident that it's going to work out, so they're going to keep going for it.
And that's with them estimating that it will sell as much as a normal movie would, and that it won't get boycotted by anti-AI people.
Yeah. And then even if it does slightly worse, the idea is if they make it cheap enough, it won't matter if it does worse.
Anyways, my whole idea is that music that is within the same genre just differs very, very little compared to movies or, like, artists and their art styles.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think the only genre where I would comfortably get behind that is pop, because pop is explicitly meant to be formulaic. I wouldn't necessarily give you that for literally any other genre, but for pop, I can give you it.
I feel like, at least for me, the big four is maybe not rap music. Maybe not rap music, because that does tend to differ a lot in terms of which the person is rapping. And Eminem,
I could definitely show you like
Eminem song. It doesn't sound like a Kanye song, or it doesn't sound like a Kendrick song.
Yeah, like
but
I think that let me explain it like this. I think it's you can't in other genres say this artist sounds like this artist, but I would say in pop, there's a formula that any artist can do and make something passable because of how pop is. You see what I'm saying? The bar's lower for pop.
You don't think that country is the same level as pop?
I have not heard enough country, but I'm sort of having faith in its... Granted, actually, I've heard that pop these days does sound a lot more like country, so I don't know. Like, I grew up in the phase where pop music was more rap-like, but apparently it's shifted to more country, which is crazy.
Yeah.
For me to imagine, personally.
Ironically, there was a person that I was watching on YouTube, and he was explaining the shift in America from left to right, and he also equated that to rap falling out of popularity and country taking over as the country's primary listen to.
That's crazy.
So
I think
really
that's the thought I have, and that's actually the thought I had. I think when I first heard that information, it's like it's a lineup of which culture is sinking its teeth into like a mainstream right now. Let's go kill Basil.
I'd agree. It's definitely interesting to see all the second and third order effects of that.
Because now I listen to things like metal and synthwave, so I'm like totally out of tune with what people listen to these days.
I was never in tune with what people listened with. You know my music tastes.
I used to be in tune because I would just because like when going to school, I would have we'd have the radio on, so we were getting hit with it, and like that kept me in the loop, so to speak. But once I started having, spoofy and picking my own music.
Dissenting opinions.
Well, yeah, once I had the choice to go find my own music, then it
steeped
changed.
in crimson dust.
My family used to listen to a lot of country, and country will always have a somewhat special place in my heart as being nostalgic white noise.
Those who lust.
Specifically,
But,
white noise. All right.
Fiery fire.
I'll kill you.
Man, I don't even.
Raining down destruction.
There's a meme. I don't remember it though, and because I don't remember it, I don't want to try and butcher its good name by repeating it.
Fair enough. It was just a slur.
Well, pretty much, honestly. Like the entire the entire punchline of it was like gunshots in the hood is black noise and you have white noise, which is like, you know, what is it, fucking water running or like birds chirping out in the forest.
That's great.
And then you have black noise.
Oh, that's wild.
I mean, it was funny. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, yeah, say the least. I'm terrified of the person who decided to try and make a noise for every color. I think that's one of those jokes that's way funnier in your head, and you start making it, and you're like, "This is terrible."
Like, what would yellow
Exactly.
even be?
Like, ask yourself that question
Like
and realize
the
that
sound
there's
of a calculator going off.
exactly. Like, think of like every answer you could think of. Be like, these aren't that funny, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's just it gets progressively less. The stereotypes get progressively less and less
Endearing.
akin to sound. Not endearing, just like you can't convey them as easily with sound, right? Because, you know, the stereotype of black people are violent. Oh, obviously gunshots hood, right?
I see. So it's
Or
also the
with
fact that
white
you have to
people
keep.
being pretentious.
It's no longer having a joke line up things that already correlate. Now you're fishing to fit things into a mold.
Exactly. That is the correct way of saying that.
Welcome back to our favorite class, Stereotyping 101, with your host Bitter Mall.
It's what I'm here for. It's my culture, okay?
This is my culture.
We've been doing it for years. We got a real good reputation going. We even have a day, MLK, where we think back of how good we were at it. Wait, actually, something I still haven't gotten over. We celebrate this guy. Didn't we also just kill him?
I don't know who killed him. I don't know the details of who
Isn't
shot
that a
him.
conspiracy? Is that just like a yeah we did it, or is it still a conspiracy?
I want to say it's still a conspiracy, but I'm not caught up. I haven't looked into the lore. I don't know what's canon.
Because I know Malcolm X for sure. The government was like, oh yeah, Tiki, that was us.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Luther. Lex
Yeah.
Luther. Oh.
In his case, oh dear. In his case, it's definitely more of a coin toss. And I unfortunately I have no idea.
Look, man, I'm your classic little white boy American chud, and even I will admit, America was racist as shit back then.
All I can think of is was.
Look, man, today it's casual. Back then, it was fucking ranked competitive.
It was.
Like, apparently, during World War II, there was actually a lot of tension between U.S. and British soldiers because America was still segregated, and they very clearly treated people of color vastly different than the British people did.
They're like, we taught it to you and we already stopped, guys. Come on.
I mean, there's still places in the world that have slavery, and most places in the world are still extremely racist.
Yeah, Europe is still absolutely.
So-
Europe, maybe they're not segregated. You know, Europe is still definitely racist. And it can
Well,
be.
which parts of Europe are we talking about?
Yes.
Because the UK, for example, like they're just importing in so many people that are not European.
Okay, that's enough.
Well, I think there's different. Oh boy, now we're actually getting on a soapbox about this. What they're doing statistically is like one
you
thing.
say as I put down the soapbox and you just stand on top of it.
It's just I just like put one foot on it and I'm like, oh boy.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm just like, go ahead, buddy. Go.
Because the thing is, like, you know, a country can do whatever they want on a statistical big level for their world census to, like, say not racist. Like, we're not racist. But you know your answer pretty quickly once you're actually in there living in it, or at the very least there long enough.
Yeah. Well, Japan's a really good example of this, where they are in it. Well, I don't know so much now, but they at least used to be a very closed off and isolated culture and country, and they had a lot of privileges because of that.
Yeah, like they literally just had a phenomenon where they are so far out that interacting with people that look really different from them was just not something that their society had to ever deal with.
I didn't even know about that. Was that a thing for them?
Well, like, think about where it is. Like, I think they have a thing where they have a lot of people back and forth between there and, like, Brazil.
Yeah.
I want to say it was a world refugee thing, but, like, otherwise, like, think about where Japan is. Before long-form international travel, how would anyone from Japan ever see what, like... How would you ever get someone from Japan and someone from Africa in the same room back then? Think about it.
Well, for most of the time, it would just be them hearing stories about it from other people that probably heard stories about it from someone else.
Yeah, and those
right?
stories
So
probably weren't flattering.
No, well, so a good example of this is actually medieval art in Europe. Is that they would hear about all of these different kinds of creatures that they really didn't know what they look like, so when they tried to draw them, they just looked fucking atrocious.
Like how anime technically can have black people, but none of them ever have curly hair.
Yeah, they don't have curly hair, they always have big ass red lips for some reason.
They're yeah, full on Jim Crow. Like, they didn't have black people, they just had dark white people. Or whatever they are.
Like, what? Is that just a thing that isn't common with modern African Americans? Or
Curly
is that
hair?
just like always the stereotype? No, the big mouths. Like, that's just something I just don't understand.
I think it's just a
like,
thing
was
where...
that just straight up slander?
Well, I think it was... Well, like, the red lips is like a offensive exaggeration of the fact that if you just have lighter lips when you have dark skin, they just naturally stick out. So then you take that feature and you exaggerate it for derogatory effect.
As you do.
Think of it like, you know, how, believe it or not, not every Chinese person you've ever met has crazy buck teeth.
I've never met one, so I don't know.
You know, I said that.
Judgment.
I said that, and I was like, you could have totally gone your whole life without ever meeting a Chinese person.
Actually, no. I'm a liar. One of my coworkers is like an 80-year-old Chinese lady, and she called me Mexican.
I'm not good at detecting races either. I get it.
Well, I don't look even close to Mexican, and I work with mainly Mexicans, so I'm just confused in where that was picked up from.
God bless her, she's trying her best.
But no, it was hilarious because she's like, "Where are your parents from?" And I was like, or she's like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Here." And then she's like, "Where are your parents from?" And I was like, "Here." And she's like, your great grandparents? And I was like, okay, I think what you're trying to ask is that ethnically I'm from Italy. And she's like, oh, so you're Mexican. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, Spain. And I was like, Spain and Italy are not the same. And, she's like,
and neither is
right
Mexican.
Next to each other. So you're from Spain. So you're Mexican. And I was like, oh, okay, buddy.
It's like, you know what? You were so wrong, and it's so fine. Whatever, sure.
No, she is such a rude bitch, but she is so small and Asian, and it's just funny. It's so funny.
Small and
my coworkers
Asian.
hate it. No, dude, it's like watching a chihuahua, and she is just pissed at the world.
I missed time to dive. I'm alright.
Yeah, Yeah, you're not alright. You missed.
I'm half health. It's fine.
If you had a wife, she would have left you for that. I'm going to Basil Geese. At least he didn't miss his roll.
At least he doesn't blast too early. Oh no. Oh no.
She just looks at me and it's like, it's already done? Yeah. I'm sorry. You know you can't flutter your eyes like
You know, looks in direction, kaboom.
damn it, this is the 4th time this hour.
Thinks about me, has to get a change of clothes.
It's not couples therapy. I need to hate my wife more.
My wife does too much for me.
But ooh, my lobster's too buttery.
My lobster.
My steak is too juicy.
Have I ever given you the lobster rant? It's not a rant.
No, I don't think so.
But like the fact that like lobster's like a luxury is just because we said it is.
It's fine, right?
It's
I feel the same way about shrimp.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, if you want shrimp, you don't have to break the bank for it. And it's not treated as like a big deal if you get shrimp. Unless
I wouldn't know. Because I just never eat anything that comes from water.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fair enough. What was I gonna say?
To be fair, I do live in a desert though.
Oh. Yeah, you're not, yeah, that makes sense. It's expensive. It's more expensive for you no matter how you swing it.
Yeah.
But like the thing about like lobsters, like I'm about to really get on my my filthy first world complaining soapbox here. I hate when I get near this thing. This filthy first world problems angle. You know,
there's a genocide going on right now.
Like I was sitting there, I had a thing where it's like, this person wants to play Fortnite with me, but I don't want it on my PC, so I'll get it on the PS4. But also hook up to the same monitor, and I hate dealing with the HDMI issues because my Switch 2 is also here, so I have to go to Target and get an HDMI switch.
Oh, you poor creature.
Yeah. Woe betide me. Oh, you know.
My picnic is too serene and the breeze is too calm.
Yeah, and then I have other friends online where it's like, I work the graveyard shifts and I currently don't know where I'm going to live.
You should live with me.
No, not me. I meant someone else.
You could also just live with me.
Anyway, so let me actually get back to the thing I was going to complain about.
Yeah.
So I was on a cruise up in Maine.
Yeah, God, you're so much richer than me.
And we're like, yeah, in Maine you go get
how
like.
How long has your family been in America for? What is it, like 2 generations?
No, actually, I'm the first generation born in America.
This is bullshit.
My grandparents came with my grandparents came with my parents.
I hate this. Where'd you get all your blood money from, you know?
Anyway, you go to Maine, the tourist area is like, yeah, get all these like lobster things, and then you just kind of have this realization where you're like, the only like all these things are just lobster and butter in different forms, like a buttery lobster soup, or a lobster sandwich, which is lobster, the sandwich, and butter, not even cheese. I don't know how normal cheese is.
They still put butter?
Lobster is always served with butter because that is the only thing that gives lobster a unique taste. Otherwise, you're just eating fat shrimp.
Fair enough.
So yeah, lobster, not worth
the
hype.
It does tempt me to try it.
I mean, it doesn't. Let me be fair here and like backpedal a little bit and say it doesn't taste bad, but it's not like. There's nothing actually quote-unquote special about it. Its pedigree is based on nothing.
Okay.
You know. boop his snoot. Am I supposed to capture him? No, I'm not. You have other things.
Yeah,
you know.
I did. Like I said, that world is strange to me. I'll never understand, right? But
Seafood.
well, yeah. Honestly, when do I ever eat anything from the sea, right?
You know, fair enough. But now it's just like we gotta get you over here, and I really would just like. I gem from a shiny. Okay, I've been a good boy.
Yeah, apparently.
Bomb! I'm alright.
You're just sucking off the Monster Hunter development team under the table as you play.
Gargling Capcom's Capcock. But what I was gonna say was, well, I don't necessarily have reasons to be like, oh, I want all my friends who are far away to like come here. The reason I'd have is like, I just want them to try all the different kinds of food I have access to in this area.
You know, not gonna lie, we have more Mexican restaurants than we do anything else here. It's kind of funny.
That's insane.
And, you know, I live in Washington. That's like as far away from the border as you can, and we are like 60% Mexican.
Jump over it! Hey. Fair enough.
Nice. And not that I have a problem with it, but, you know, think it.
You get a different phenomenon here, where sort of like the more, I'm trying to find a nicer word, but I'll just go with cheaper restaurants for like foreign food. You look behind the kitchen of your Pakistan. You look inside the kitchen of the cheap, quick and easy Pakistani food. It's an entirely Latino staff back there.
There's
like,
a lot of them.
Or like your serviceable, cheap Chinese takeouts run entirely by Hispanic people, you know? They got a thing going there, you know? If it works, it works.
Yeah, I mean, like almost every chef where I work is Latino, so
they just know what they're doing.
And they're good at it too.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
right?
they know what they're doing. If there was a problem with it,
most of the time, whenever you see like a workplace that's like kind of mono ethic, right? Is that the word?
I don't know. See, I know what you mean. So just keep going. I don't know.
A singular race. Yeah. Most of the time, you'll assume that like they're obviously hiring in the people of that same race, because you know, other consciously or not, it's race preference. But for Latinos, every time I see them, I'm just like, yeah, I know they are probably the best person for that job.
They know what they're doing. No other way around it.
And that's still racist, but it's just true.
That's just how it goes.
You know, I see all Latino work. What is it? Fucking. What do you call when you pay somebody to do something?
Employees? Staff?
No, it's like they work on a contract rather than employed.
Oh, not contractors.
Contractors.
It is contractors.
That is the word.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Whenever I see Hispanic contractors, you know, I know that they're getting that job done, whatever they're working on.
It was like the thing I heard once on like a podcast where it's like, if your doctor's got a thick accent, you know he earned that degree.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which like sounds like kind of weird, but then to stop and think about it, like, you know, it's true.
Well, it's definitely it is true. It is true. Not necessarily
a nice way to think about the world, but you know.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's because people are purposely turning away doctors of color as much as it is people of color, unless if they're Asian, of course, or Jewish, are less likely to become doctors or are less likely to pursue those jobs.
I thought the stereotype was all kinds of Asian want to be doctors. South, east, middle.
What did I say? Did I say Chinese specifically?
Well, no, I was just saying, you were saying that apparently the idea that Asians have more trouble becoming doctors, but I'm pretty sure that's like the number one stereotype for all kinds of Asia, like you come to America.
Yeah, that's the reverse of what I meant, that Asians and Jewish people are more likely to become doctors and probably have I don't know. I wouldn't say an easier time because that's kind of stereotyping,
No,
right?
it's definitely more common, bottom line.
Yeah. Well, that's just because they're demanded by their culture to try and get
Oh,
like
yeah, no,
high-paying jobs.
oh, yeah,
Because if not,
yeah.
you'll dishonor your family and you should be shot in the streets or something.
Oh, yeah, no, you're speaking to some first-hand experience with this, yes. You know.
Oh, Indians are Asian too, aren't they?
Yes, people, you know, I think a lot of people want to want to not see it that way, but yes.
Well, I would just say that India is very much different than the rest of Asia,
Well, no, yeah.
and it's
South
a big
Asia,
enough thing that a lot of people see it as its own thing.
yeah, South Asia and East Asia are very different things and not the same. However,
Yeah,
depending on how much you want to spark conflict, you can ask yourself, why do East Asians get to be the ones that are called Asian, and South Asia has to be called something else? But who cares? Magnum Malo sucks.
That's a good question.
It is
I
a
never
good
even
question,
thought about that.
but you know, nothing
Do you
to be
have
done.
any theories? Because I'm at a loss.
Well, I mean, it's just because of like I have trouble with Magnum Malo, so we really had to find ways while doing this. But I think it's just a thing where it's like, basically South Asia had a thing where it's never really had like its big cultural moment in America to like stick out. Like basically there's a lot of reasons to be aware of, like, as a non-East Asian in America, you have cultural things that compel you to take an interest in East Asia, you know? They've left their landmark in American history, culture and history. South Asia kinda hasn't, except for that one time, and it was a bad thing.
Dang.
I mean, the 9/11.
Oh.
That was the only time that South Asia or the Middle East, which are closer enough that close enough, but that's the only time that either of them ever have had a stand-up moment in American history, and that's not a good thing to have.
I would just say it. I think 9/11 was an inside job.
I think that's not as hot of a take as you think it is.
I think in retrospect it was definitely us, and the military-industrial complex just wanted us to go play in the sandbox.
Probably.
Which is a really probably poor taste of saying destabilizing the entire region, replacing terrorists with other terrorists.
Yeah. But this is all to say, like, aside from the war on terror and being a laughing, like, South Asia and the Middle East's only claim to fame in modern Western culture is terrorism and otherwise being made fun of relentlessly.
By even other Asian cultures, not necessarily just Western.
Exactly. In the most problematic way of thinking, forcing us to crawl so others can run.
Pretty much, yeah. It is kind of sad when you put it that way, too, because they don't necessarily... I feel like the Philippines are probably looked upon with more, like, love than others are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely they have their moments as, like... At the very least, they have, like, cool luxury areas, like, worth, like vacationing to.
Well, in the Philippines used to be United States territory, so there's always, like, hey, we were, you know... Once they're an ex-lover of sort, you know.
We're alumni. We're alumni of the cool club.
Yeah. Man. So you know how I've been playing those lizards, man, yeah?
Yes.
So as I'm kind of just, you know, learning about the different lore and the different like actual characters. They have a lizard doomslayer, and there's 3 of them.
That's awesome.
So, my favorite one in particular, so skinks, right? They're like the lowest of the low in the caste system, yeah?
Right.
You have skinks, and then you have chameleons, which are skinks, but slightly more suited for combat.
Sure.
And there was this one chameleon that was just, you know, he wasn't anything important, but when his homeland was attacked by the Chaos Gods, their frog priest fucked up a spell and ended up sending his entire city into the Chaos world, like Chaos Realm, and everybody died but him. And he like survived for like over 3,000 years in the Chaos world, just fucking murdering demons left and right, or just hiding from who he couldn't murder by turning invisible.
Oh.
And by the time, he accidentally looked into the like truth of the Chaos Gods and like their plans for the world and the end times and stuff. And like whenever this happens to humans, elves, dwarfs, or something like that, they go like crazy and mad and insane. But he saw it and he's like, oh shit, I can't let that happen, bro, not on my watch. So then he literally killed his way, got back to the material plane, and then he's like, oh, it's been 3,000 years and I thought I've been away for like one. Literally my entire race has fallen into despair. And he was so powerful that when he got back, chameleons started like appearing back into the spawning pools, which is where they're born from. So his mere presence brought back his entire species.
What a chat.
And now he just goes around and kills chaos, and he literally has lizard men that just flock around him because they know that he's zoned where the fighting is. They have another one, which is a giant crocodile that basically just held the bridge against the endless chaos for like 10, 15, 30 years and just didn't let any of them pass. And like they threw armies at this guy and he would just kill them. So now whenever you have chaos armies, they're like afraid to cross bridges because there's just actual trauma.
What if there's a crocodile behind the door, guys?
Yeah, pretty much. Because when chaos creatures die, they don't actually die. They just kind of go into the goop and get reincarnated later. So that is actual just PTSD talking. And then the third one was a frog priest who was so strong that when he died, he just decided no. Like his spirit literally repossessed his like froggy little corpse. And it's a mummified frog corpse, but he just decided that he didn't feel like dying, and so he didn't.
Based. Side note.
I mean,
just to say, I think we're gonna. I just realized that we've been going for like 2.5, so I think I'll wrap up after this hunt. And also, I think it's just so funny how like the giant shifts in the conversation we've just like had.
Well, that's what makes this friendship so great.
No, I know. It's just so fun to like feel happen in like real time, and also in a way that's immortalized like forever.
Yes. Well, the thing is, if you ever talk about one topic for too long, it will get boring, or in case of politics, probably just too stressful to
like unfun.
Talk about it at all. Yeah.
Again, I'm not complaining. It's just funny where it's like, yeah, we've organically hit this point now.
Well, that's the best kinds of friendships where it happens so organically.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. The ability to just chop it up passively is a good sign.
I want to be here for the Thursday stream so bad.
The Thursday? Oh, like always trying to go for the Thursday.
Oh, is it Thursday?
Today is Thursday. I'm just like.
Oh, Tuesday stream.
Gotcha.
Because I want you to play zombie game again.
Yeah, like just let me know like night before, morning of, and, like it's fine. Honestly, just any time before like right before stream. You can be like, okay, today I can.
Just my thing is I can't get on until like the time I got on today at best.
Yeah, I know. And it's like a time.
And I know you don't like to stay up. You're lame and
also,
gay.
Well, classes start next week as well.
Oh, don't do that.
Well, granted, like I have it lined up, so I'm not streaming the night before classes.
What you studying for?
Basically an art degree.
Alright. I'm not. How much is that costing you?
I tried going for computer science, it didn't work.
Hear that? It wasn't a question, buddy.
Well, that's the answer you're getting.
Fair enough. You know, I just feel like there's something to be said about going to college for degrees that may not translate that well into real jobs. Just watching out for you, buddy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I was doing terrible in the CS degree. And I was
I don't
realizing
think anybody's like that good in computer science, though.
oh
Do
no,
they?
trust me, people yeah, maybe you won't know when you're there. At least not in my school. Everyone will apparently just
fair
be
enough.
fine.
I'm actually probably going to be doing some level of computer science, at least IT stuff.
Yeah. I can do like, you know, I can do basics, but like algorithms.
I mean, do you want to be an animator?
I mean, I like working with like technology and art and things. Like I still, no matter what I'm doing, it'll be in front of like a screen.
I'm gonna just have to commission you to draw like 4 hours straight of Mario and Sonic just making out.
60 frame per second retracing of that one animation.
Ray tracing.
Ray tracing.
I want to see all the details. I want to see Mario's individual beard strands.
Each hair on the sack.
Oh my god. So it's been a while since you've heard me talk about it, but Helldivers, you remember that one, yeah?
I saw you were playing it the other day.
They released a new war bond, and I feel like a spoiled child in Christmas because it was one specifically catered to the way I like to play the game, and
Let's
that is
go.
super spooky, scary, sneaky skeletons. So basically, they didn't intend for there to be a stealth style of playing the game, but because of the way that they designed the AI, people found out like the way you can actually play the game like it's a stealth game.
Yeah, people just
And
crack
so
the code.
this war bond was like, hey, we're actually just gonna make this easier in an actual play style for you. So that was very nice.
Like if you're already doing it, let's at least just make it feasible. Or, like, you know, let's make systems in
Yeah.
place for it.
So I'm very happy because it used to be, you know, there was a patrol walking by and you shoot Bobber in the face. Bobber and all 40 of his colleagues will know your exact location and start shooting you and calling reinforcements. And now they, for whatever reason, don't have fucking infrared trackers that look up your ass the second you're not present.
Here's the thing in all stealth games that once one enemy knows, sometimes they all just like magically know.
Yeah. I'm glad they got rid of that.
Yeah. I get like non-stealth games that have only a tiny stealth angle when they do it. But like if you have like a full stealth system, don't do that, man. I
It's
swear,
definite-
the Spider-Man PlayStation games, I swear they had segments where you could do them fully stealthy, and then they changed it where once you do enough stealth kills, they all just magically know, and then you can't get stealth anymore. It just confuses me.
I think Assassin's Creed is a good representation on how the stealth game lost its stealth, essentially.
Oh yeah, it just became action RPGs after a certain point, didn't it?
Yeah, and they were worse for it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yes, people love them. Good for them. At least we have the Arkham games. I say it like they're still getting made.
Well, one did lately. It was just terrible, and nobody ever wanted to play it.
Oh, like the VR one?
No, it wasn't the VR one. It was like Arkham, like it was something with the Suicide Squad.
Oh, well, that wasn't even
And
a
it
stealth
was
game.
so-
That was just a
It was
completely
in
different.
the Arkham line, though. It was advertised as that, like
Yeah.
continuing on the story. And then they killed Batman, just like the most, like, unsummary. What's the word I'm looking for?
Unceremonious.
Unceremonious. Like, I don't even like this character way possible. They quite literally just shot him on the park bench.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think treating the idea of them like, oh, they treated the heroes so disrespectfully is sort of like a weird emotional angle for the fact that they just didn't do the characters justice otherwise.
Nothing personal, buddy.
Yeah. I
Like,
agree with you.
I do think the sentence they shot Batman in a park bench is infinitely funny though.
That's literally what they did. Though.
I know. I've
was
seen it. I've seen a lot of the game. Because I think
I don't even like superheroes.
Because there's inklings of like I haven't played the game, but like seeing the cutscenes, like there's like little inklings of ideas I actually really appreciate. It's just that it's not most of the game, you know.
I feel like it suffers from the same problem that a lot of other games do, where like the characters are unattractive, or it's like a very aggressive like female lead.
Sorry, what do you mean? What do you mean unattractive? Like... Wait. I feel like you're making this about something that's not, or choosing interesting words that are confusing me.
Unattractive as in they like purposely diminish the sex appeal that the character originally had.
Well, this is
that a better way of putting it?
It's just more like I'm wondering I feel like I missed a plot line. I don't think sex appeal was ever part of Suicide Squad.
Well, in terms of like Harley Quinn, they would like reduce her breast size just for no reason.
That is so not what is so not what anyone's problem with the game was.
Well, no, you didn't let me get the point, right? It's that when people see stuff like that in the video game, it makes them far less likely to actually try or pay any attention to it because they just assume the rest of the video game's going to be bad, right? So, like, for instance, Baldur's Gate has, you know, a very similar problem where most of the women, they look pretty mannish. But
I think we've had this discussion before, and I think the conclusion I'll have here is the conclusion that I think we'll just have to agree to disagree on this until the end of time. Where I think that you might just be a little bit more accustomed to how stylized women can be in certain things. And when they start trying to look more realistic, it just sort of can look quote-unquote more mannish.
I'm not saying that like every character needs to have like double D breast or, you know, boobs that are overspilling out of the bras or anything.
Yeah, but it's also it's also the thing you keep coming back to.
Because it's something that they are consistently changing through all of the games that seem to be like all the games that are doing really bad that are Western games have that in common. Right, I feel like it's at least fair to acknowledge that that's a thing that's happening.
I guess I just feel weird because, like, it's only a thing in the AAA space, and also,
yes,
like...
True.
And also, like, most people's... I'm pretty sure there's a decent-sized part of the population that doesn't have crazy huge tits.
I mean...
I can't tell if you're using that...
I got lucky with mine.
I can't tell... Here's the thing, right? I can't tell if you're using bust sizes as a metaphor for all the other things they do, or that's genuinely an example you feel like is the best example of showcasing what's happening here.
Not the best, but a example.
So it's a metaphor.
I feel like that's the one that's like the easiest to explain, just right off the bat.
I think
that may be the most observable.
I think we have I feel like we have very different perspectives.
That's fine. I mean, you're wrong, and you should kill yourself.
What is the actual armor map? What is basic?
Good luck out there.
And also, I think to be honest, social politics was not the biggest problem with the Suicide Squad games writing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Not even close.
Well, you can have games that have more... I mean, I don't really want to use the term because it's so poisoned, but social justice in their writing...
How about political correctness? That's the term people use less.
Okay, yeah. Political correctness in video games and not have that be an automatic disqualifier that people won't listen to or that won't people won't buy the game over. You know what
But
I
when
mean?
a game that has other issues also has that, it's just suddenly really ruins the conversation around it.
Well, not only that, but people will often, or companies that know that their game is going to be shit
I'm gonna
will
switch to
put
new
that
game.
stuff in their games
There
to
we go.
try and like get those people to join
There's a
because of
huge
that
problem where
standard.
there's
Yeah.
a huge problem where certain companies try to use it as a marketing point and like a defining part of their game, and that's a kiss of death for all, like, no matter where you stand on politics.
Well, and there's some games. So, have you seen the new game that Naughty Dog is doing?
No.
I think it's Naughty Dog, maybe it's not. But basically it just opens and it's like this chick in a spaceship where her head is shaved and she's in a tank top, and I mean you would probably like it a lot, but she had like a very like shitty attitude, and she was taking orders from this other boss, which was a lady, and it was just like a 3-minute trailer, and it just sunk the game because people just hated it so much because they felt like it was so poisoned by identity politics.
I feel like I would only believe that were the case depending on what they choose to say, because believe it or not, I'm pretty sure that no matter what biological sex you are, you get shaved in military contexts.
She wasn't a military, she was like some kind of mercenary, but that's not like, even if that was a case and it's completely like justified in universe and in real life, that's not what people are focusing on.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, oh, this game is like all the other ones that try and tell me I'm wrong, and they just put it on the pile.
Even if
You
it
know what I
isn't,
mean?
even before
Yeah.
it necessarily gets a chance to show that it has more to say, or at the very least is not
Right, yeah,
that.
exactly. Exactly. People are just immediately writing it off as, oh, okay, this is just another one of those games, instead of giving it any sort of thought.
Which is sort of
Uh,
unfortunate for AAA game that stars a woman.
Same thing happened with Concord, wasn't it? Or was Concord something else?
Well, Concord was, it wasn't even before whatever social politics it had. The problem is it was just ugly, and not like,
Yes.
oh, human proportions, whatever, ugly. In terms of basic fundamentals of character and costume design, ugly.
The color design was horrendous. I remember that. It
Um,
looks like a bag of Skittles threw up on every
and
character.
I like colorful things. I mean, just look at my freaking office here, whatever you want to call it. I like colorful
Yeah.
things, but there's a, and also like it's like usage of like shape and stuff was wrong. Actually, is I was talking about this with a friend with Overwatch 2 costumes when they try and do like fan service that shows off skin. It had this weird thing where you have these really cartoony, stylized costumes with hyper realistic looking people, and
Yeah.
and it always looks gross, if you ask me.
It throws you off.
It just doesn't look right because these costumes are like cartoon, like stylized. It's like you have normal looking people with these weird things. Like, it doesn't work. I think a lot of people don't realize that you can't have stylized things that really like realistic looking people. You stylize it all or ground it all.
That's fair, I'd say.
Yeah. Like,
But
I think just look at examples, like even look at the best cosplay for like things, and in motion you can see like, right, this is how realistic things look and move, and here's like this cartoony costume. And make no mistake, those cosplayers for what they're doing look fantastic, but like, cosplay is totally different from a character in a game you want to play as. Like, it like hits you a little bit.
agreed, agreed.
And like
I definitely
Concord was just
go ahead.
it was straight up ugly, and like like in a way that's like so objectively, like scientifically measurable, that I feel like if you're trying to, I feel like by the time you get to any political correctness angle, you're like, dude, you
The
didn't.
game was already dead.
Yeah, it's like this was like so that was you're asking about how it tries to reach the finish line when its dead body didn't hit the first checkpoint.
Well, and pretty much proven that, like I said, even if the game has abhorrent social politics in it, one way or another, it doesn't necessarily have to be left. That it's not a breaker or a make or break deal for a lot of people. Because you have a lot of games that have those politics, like I said, Baldur Gate 3 was one. Shit, what was
Do you
the
want
other
to
one?
do you
I
see
had
example of a
another.
game that's like actually very like very progressive in like a roundabout way? That I think
Samus.
I was gonna. Well, I mean that's pretty obvious. I was gonna say Marvel Rivals because anyone can show off the goods. In the latest
Oh
Thor's,
yeah. I get what you mean.
in
Monster
the
Hunter in that way too.
yeah, Monster Hunter's definitely a lot more like I think Marvel Rivals isn't because Monster Hunter is in more of like a identity expression angle, but Marvel Rivals is specifically saying in like a sex appeal angle.
Fair.
There's actually a moment in so basically if you are the MVP of the game, you get your character can have a unique little highlight intro animation. It's like I got MVP, and it's like if you're black
Well,
or like what's I just realized. Oh, here an example can be like if you have the costume that's Iron Man's first suit he made, and like it's in like when he was captured by terrorists, it's like you have that suit, and you get like a little intro that's like a unique cutscene that is specific to that suit. And I say this because the latest Thor one that they added, where it's all about like 80s funky disco whatever, has one where he's like thrusting and like the camera's right in there.
yeah,
And there's also like swimsuit Punisher with the giant with like a speedo and a skull codpiece.
that's amazing. I
It's
love that.
it's awesome. They got Loki rocking a six speedo like luxurious robes. You know.
I do think
No,
that it's a sort of either all or nothing kind of deal in terms of just being fair with it. You know what I mean?
mm.
Like either all characters should have. I don't know. Maybe it's different if it's like a more story based game. But if you have a game where it's like the characters have a bunch of skin and you're not really taking the story
No, it's like a
seriously,
game like
then it's
Marvel Rivals. It's
probably
having
better.
Marvel Rivals' goal is to have fun, which
Yes.
allows them to be a lot more extreme with it. When you're telling something serious and you want to be dramatic and think you have something to say, you have a lot more work to do.
I like I like how condescending you said, and you think you have something to say?
They don't, nothing these days has anything good to say. Don't pretend you do.
Well, I'm sure somebody out there has a good political message, some game. At least Metal Gear Rising probably did.
I think the best movie, the best political message is the original Godzilla from 1954, which is
Oh my god, this again.
keep a tight leash on nukes. It's pretty simple to understand.
That's
And it
fair.
doesn't matter
You
where
know,
you're from. Everyone dying is bad.
you know,
Hmm?
are you against nuclear energy?
No.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I like it. I don't
Let
think
me
I
end
like
the
it. I
stream
don't
before
think I
we
like
just start going from hot button to hot button.
it's not hot, but I just don't trust humans to boil water. I'm just
Just
gonna be honest.
good night, everybody.
I just I